Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we will revise our function basic concept, which is called as do not repeat yourself, making coding more efficient, organized, and easier to manage. They are essential for managing a complexity for the large programs. That way, you can put your logics into small functions, which can be you need not to repeat them at different places. If I list out the benefits of the Python functions, they are code reusability, modularity and organization, improved code readability, easier testing and debugging. Like you can test each function time by time. That way you need not to test an entire project. You can abstract data from the function, so that way you can have abstraction in the your coding. Namespace isolation, so you can create a namespace, and in each namespace you can have a same function with the different objectives and collaborating. So you can ask your teammate to develop one function, and then you can integrate it into your application. Let's start with some basic definition of the function. So def is a keyword you need to use to declare a function, then followed by a function name, and in the round bracket you need to provide your argument. So here I have provided name as an argument, and then colon. Colon indicates the end of declaration. And inside function you can use your variable name. That way I try to print whatever name that has been passed to the greet function. Let me try to execute this first style itself. If you see here, hello, and then first argument is Alice. So name has been replaced with Alice. And for the second one, it is a box. This is very simple definition of function. And this function doesn't return anything. Let's look at the functions which return some values. If you see over here, in this cell, I have created one function add, so which takes two arguments and it does an addition of that and returns that value. So I call it over here result equals to add 3 and 7. So that way 3 plus 7. I'll try to run this. It will return me as 10. You can either directly return the addition, or you can create one local variable equals to a plus b. So this way we are saving our addition value in the variable c, and then we will be returning c. That way, same way you can see over here, result is 10. You can even pass a negative number. Let's see, 3 plus 7, 3 plus minus 7 equals to, write it over here, minus 7 equals to minus 4. Now let's modify it. If number is negative, then it shall not return, or it shall not return a negative number, it will return only 0. Let's modify it over here. If e is less than 0, then c equals to 0. Okay, I have modified if c is less than 0, then we'll mark c as we'll assign 0 to c. So that way you will get a 0 result for the negative number. If there is a positive output, then you will see that it returns a 10. That way you can play around with the return values. You can try out different values like character, string, floating values. Everything you can pass and try to play around with this return value based function. Along with that, there is a default argument also with the functions you can assign to. So you see, like this, you can declare the first variable, second input argument, and then equals to 2. So that way you can, if user is not passing an exp exponential, then it will take automatically as 2. So that way it will provide you exponential value of with the 2. So if you see over here, user passes only argument 1, that is 3. So base is 3 and exponential value will be taken as 2. Whereas here if you see, user passes both the value, power and exponential value or both the values. So that way single function can be used for both taking a square as well as a user driven exponential component. So you see, 3 into 3 is 9 and 2 raised to 10 is 1024. Yeah. Now we are dealing with a variable number of arguments. Okay, the first one is the star argument example. Second one is the keyword based argument example. So in first example, if you see, there is a we are not counting, we are not giving here each and every variable. So if you see over here, total has been passed with 5 arguments. So that way, all 5 arguments are represented as a part of numbers. Let me split this into two cells over here. Split cell. Okay, let's first execute this one. If you see over here, you can change your argument numbers. Okay. This is very useful when you don't want to depend your function on that how many number of arguments have been given. Irrespective of that, your function will execute, then this is very useful method. If you see what is the type of numbers, you can print it. Print type, then your variable. Okay, it is a tuple. So tuple has been created from this number. We'll see what tuple is, and then you can sum is the function which adds all the numbers which are present in the tuple. You can pass any number of, I think you have 6, 7, 10, 12, 13. You will do sum of all these numbers which you have passed over here. So that way your function is not to be define all the different arguments based on that it is not to define it. It automatically take care of all the numbers, add them up and return the values. Second one of that is the keyword based argument. So in this there is no particular assignment of the key and value pairs like kind of thing. So this is over here. Let's print a type of input. It is a particular. So you are passing the values like this. So each value is assigned with one key. So key is assigned. Key name has a value of Alice. Key age has a value of 25. City key has a value of New York. So that way, a function knows that what value, what item it has got, what key and value pairs it can extract from the info and print them. This is a function which is normally you will see everywhere where you're iterating over a dictionary. So in this items function returns key and value from that info variable, and that these two variables you can use inside your for loop to print or modify anything or whatever you want to do with that. Good. Let's look into the next. Okay, we'll try to add one more variable over here. Nationality equals to US. Okay. You need not to modify any code over here to add an argument. It automatically takes care of it. So that's the beauty of Python. And there is one more lambda function. So there is a lambda definition like lambda argument and then operations you want to perform on top of it. So here this program sorts this with the descending value. And if you want to sort it to ascending value, then just remove this minus and it will automatically sort into ascending manner. See over here. This is a function where lambda has been squared out. So your lambda x exponential operator and then with the 2. So square of 5 is 25. You can try it out on the lambda function by your own and see the result. Okay. That's all we have on the functions in this tutorial. We will look into list and dictionaries in our next revision session.